John Brown, being born in Torrington, Connecticut, May 9th, 1800, was born to a devout family with extreme anti slavery views. Throughout his life, he was married twice and fathered over 20 children. This expanding family moved with him throughout several states, including Ohio, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and New York. Brown throughout his life failed at several businesses before declaring bankruptcy in 1842. He was still able to support the abolitionist cause by becoming a conductor on the Underground Railroad and by establishing the League of Gileadites, an organization establishing to help runaway slaves escape to Canada. In 1849, Brown moved to the free black farming community of North Elba, New York. At the age of 55, Brown had moved with his sons to the Kansas Territory. In response to the sacking of Lawrence, Kansas, John Brown led a small band of men to the Pottawatomie Creek on May 24, 1856. The men dragged 5 unarmed men and boys believed to be slavery proponents from their homes and brutally murdered them. Afterwards, Brown continued to raid Missouri, freeing 11 slaves and killing the slave owner. Following these events in Kansas, Brown spent 2.5 years traveling throughout New England, trying to raise money and to bring his anti-slavery war to the South. In 1859, John Brown, under the alias of Isaac Smith, rented the Kennedy farmhouse just 4 miles north of Harper's Ferry, Virginia, which is now West Virginia. At the farm, Brown trained 21 men and planned their capture of Federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry. Part of the plan included providing slaves in the area with weapons of pikes and rifles. Brown believed freeing these armed slaves would help them join and free even more slaves as they found southward along the Appalachian Mountains. And if the plan worked, it could strike terror in the hearts of many slave owners in the South. On October 16, 1859, John Brown and his men raided the Federal arsenal. Unfortunately for him, nothing went as planned. Slaves in the area did not join the raid. Local militia and the United States Marines under Robert E. Lee put down the raid. Most of John Brown's men were either killed or captured, including 2 of his sons. Ironically, the first man killed during the raid was Hayward Shepherd, a free black man working with the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. Despite being seriously wounded, Brown was tried quickly and found guilty of murder, inciting slave insurrection, and treason against the state of Virginia. Upon hearing his sentence, Brown said, "If it is deemed necessary that I should forfeit my life for the furtherance of the ends of justice, and mingle my blood further with the blood of my children, and with the blood of millions in this slave country, whose rights are disregarded by their wicked, cruel, and unjust enactments, I submit, so let it be done." Brown told the court they had hoped to carry out his plans without the snapping of a gun on either side. But Brown's vision of ending slavery was marred by the deaths of innocent civilians, both in Kansas and at Harper's Ferry. The nation was divided over his actions. Many abolitionists called him a hero, slaveholders called him a base villain, and people on both sides of the fence denounced Brown's use of violence. John Brown was hanged on December 2nd, 1859. Before he died, Brown issued these final, seemingly prophetic words in a note that he handed to his jailer. "I, John Brown, am now quite certain that the crimes of this guilty land will never be purged away, but with blood. I had, as I think now, vainly flattered myself that without very much bloodshed, it might be done. And within a year, the first Southern state would secede from the Union, and the Civil War would begin."